Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be unboxing and having a quick overview of the Dell Pro Max 16 Premium. It is the top of the range Dell laptop for 2025, but before that, let's make sense of this laptop's name and have a quick recap of the new Dell naming scheme. Dell laptops are now divided into three ranges: Dell, Dell Pro, and Dell Pro Max. Each range is categorized into base, plus, and premium versions. In the Dell range, the Dell and the Dell Plus were previously the Inspiron range. These were the entry-level Dell laptops for students or the casual consumer. This is still the case. The Dell Premium, on the other hand, is the replacement of the Dell XPS laptops.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Yup, you could have left this one out, Dell. You know, it's not a bad idea to reintroduce the Dell XPS range next year. Anyway, the Dell Pro range makes a bit more sense. It was previously the Dell Latitude laptops. This seems to be for business folks, really. They currently have good Intel and AMD CPUs, but Dell doesn't seem to offer discrete graphics in this range at the moment. The Dell Pro Max range were the Dell Precision mobile workstations. The 7000 series is now the Dell Pro Max Plus, and the 5000 series is now the Dell Pro Max Premium, which is what we have here. Personally, I like the logic of the new naming scheme, but I wish the Pro Max range was called Dell Elite instead. Pro Max still sounds like kindergarten English to me. It can also become a mouthful, just like this laptop. Dell Pro Max 16 Premium. Phew. Alright, let's get to the unboxing. This laptop also comes in 14-inch size, but this is the 16-inch version. In the box, you get the laptop itself, which is wrapped in a simple plastic bag. Let's put that to the side for now. Next, you get some leaflets that you never read. The power cable. A USB-C to USB-A adapter. That's optional. And the 165-watt power brick. That's it. It is a professional work laptop. They haven't gone for fancy packaging like you would get, say, on the Dell Premium laptop or the MacBook Pro, for instance. Okay, let's unwrap it. It comes in this grey color and it's made of magnesium alloy, I believe, but you don't get any other color option. Let's start by checking out the port selection. On the left side, you have an HDMI 2.1 port and two Thunderbolt 5 ports. On the right side, you get a full-size SD card slot, one Thunderbolt 4 port, a combo 3.5mm headphone port, and a Kensington lock slot. It is a fingerprint magnet, so you want to have a cleaning cloth handy if you want to have this looking pristine. And here it is, the Dell Pro Max 16 Premium. It comes with a zero lattice keyboard, but is spaced out a bit more than the Dell Premium keyboard would. It also has a full function row of keys, unlike the capacitive one on the Dell Premium. It feels good to type on as well and has decent key travel too. It's got a large haptic trackpad that works quite well, and it's one of the best trackpads I've used on a Windows laptop, to be fair. You can spec this with a fingerprint reader on the power key. I haven't gone for that in this config, but the Windows Hello feature on the 8 megapixel webcam is impressive even in poor lighting conditions. In terms of specs, I've gone for the Core Ultra 7 265H processor. It is plenty powerful, and I've intentionally avoided the Core Ultra 9 as it is less efficient for the marginal improvements that you get from it. For graphics, this has the NVIDIA RTX Pro 3000 Blackwell GPU. You can also get it in the RTX Pro 2000 or the 1000, or indeed without dedicated graphics. The RTX Pro 3000 is fed a maximum power of 85 watts on this laptop, and it is based on the 5070 Ti gaming GPU. I don't game on my PC, but this laptop should do quite well, I believe. I've only gone with 32GB of RAM, but if you need more, it's best to go for the 64GB option, as I don't think you can upgrade the LPDDR5X memory retrospectively. Next is storage. I've gone for 1TB NVMe SSD drives. These are self-encrypting drives and they are all NVMe Gen 4. The laptop has 2 SSD slots and they're both user upgradable. That's always welcomed. I've gone ahead and installed a 2TB Samsung 990 Pro NVMe Gen 4 SSD from Amazon, which is much cheaper than buying more storage from Dell. For display, this has a 120Hz touch-sensitive 4K tandem OLED screen, and I must say it looks pretty good, but note that it is quite a reflective screen. It delivers 500 nits of brightness in SDR with a peak brightness of up to 1000 nits in HDR. Here it is next to my wife's MacBook Pro 16 with the M3 Pro chip. The Dell has got a brilliant OLED screen, but I think the XDR screen on the MacBook Pro has got an edge over it out of the box. The Dell seems to need some calibration to increase the contrast and dial down the blue slightly. I went ahead and did just that, and I think it looks much better now in my opinion. Now it's a good time to mention that this laptop is not cheap, but it isn't aimed at your average consumer, but for professional use on engineering card systems, architectural designs, programming, and other high-end professional use with heavy workflows. It's usually bought by companies in bulk, and Dell may offer significant discounts. I've got this for my personal use and some occasional engineering design tasks. I could have gone for a new XPS, but the slim chassis of the Dell Premium is a bottleneck for high-end performance, and I cannot deal with the capacitive function row on its keyboard. The MacBook Pro and the Dell both have excellent screens and look much better than you can see from my camera. You can't go wrong with either. To help with visualizing what the laptop really looks like in daylight, I've just set it out amongst a few other laptops I've got laying around the house. First, you have my pretty old Dell XPS 15 from 2012, the Dell XPS 17 from 2023, the Dell Pro Max 16 Premium, and the Apple MacBook Pro 16. I've also tested the one-finger opening compared to the MacBook Pro. It is possible, but the hinge becomes stiff around the 80-degree angle compared to the MacBook, which is smooth and light all the way. Here is a glance of my work desk and the laptop connected to the Dell Thunderbolt 5 dock. The one cable powers the laptop and drives lots of input, including the two monitors. In terms of weight, the laptop itself weighs 2.3 kilograms. And with the charging brick, it comes to 2.8 kilos. For sound, you get two upward firing speakers, which are loud, clear, and spacious. Here it is in comparison to the MacBook Pro 16 speakers. Take a listen. And there you have it, the all-new Dell Pro Max 16 Premium for 2025. Catch you in the next one.